shimmering swirl of neon beats and whispered vocals, a moment of magic that lands you in the middle of a dance floor haze, eyes half closed, heart full, body ready to move. That's the moment when Bluest Flame arrives. A song born of chemistry, of collaboration, of risk, and now, that spark has earned a nomination at the 2026 Grammy Awards for Best Dance Pop Recording. Imagine, two forces, Selena Gomez, the pop princess who's refused to stay still, and Benny Blanco, the behind-the-scenes wizard who turns hooks into hits, locking in for something unexpected. The Grammys have long been a bellwether for how pop is perceived, validated, and rewarded. For an act like Gomez, who has had massive commercial success but sometimes less institutional recognition, the nomination is meaningful. According to her awards profile, Gomez's track record shows many wins and nominations, but this specific nod in the Best Dance Pop Recording category is prominently listed. It's more than a trophy in waiting, it's a statement: pop doesn't have to apologize for being adventurous. And when the category is titled Dance Pop Recording, that collision of pop hooks and dance floor energy, it feels tailor-made for this track. Plus, for Blanco, who has built a career behind the scenes, this moment shines the spotlight in a new way. Together, the duo stand at a crossroad: creative freedom meets commercial recognition. Let's dive briefly into what the song is saying. Without quoting full lyrics, for copyright reasons, the themes swirl around desire, intensity, the summer rain, the heat of being awake in the moment, the repetition of longing. The chorus hooks with the line "hotter than the bluest flame," a vivid image, contradictory. How can a flame be bluest? The idea of blue fire is hotter than red, and magnetic. Which goes back to the title, Bluest Flame. Blue flame in physics means a more intense heat. In emotional terms, it means passion that's not generic, it's specific, vivid, scorching. That's the poetry behind the pop. And yes, the song doesn't stay in the safe zone. It uses vocal layering, repetition, pulsing synth lines, surprising textures. One fan described, "The way that they use auto-tune on Selena's voice is very Charli-coded LMAO. I love it." In other words, they're letting production experiment. For Selena Gomez, she's not just the former Disney star, not just the pop princess, not just the actor-producer or beauty entrepreneur, she's a musician willing to evolve. This nomination reinforces the idea that she's made serious artistic moves, not just commercial ones. For Benny Blanco, he's often the man behind the hits, so seeing his name front and center in a nomination is huge. It reflects his capacity not just as producer but as an artist partner. For the pair, this collaboration suggests that when two artists feel safe enough, and vulnerable enough, in the studio, they can create something that resonates and earns acknowledgement. For the fans, it means owning a bit of history. When they play Bluest Flame, they're not just streaming the latest hit, they're tuning into a moment of nomination. With the nomination in hand, several paths open. Will Selena and Benny perform Bluest Flame at the ceremony? It would absolutely raise the stakes if they win. It could open the door for more genre-blending tracks in pop. After this buzz, both could lean even further into experimentation, either in production, collaborators, or live shows. Expect streams to spike. Expect social media discussions. Expect the "Did you hear the Grammy-nominated track" talk in playlists everywhere. If you're making a video about this, you have a rich narrative to lean on: the anticipation, from snippet teasers to album release to nomination. The creative process, the collaboration, the risk, the sound evolution. The industry recognition moment of the Grammys. The emotional link, for fans who followed Selena for years, this feels like a breakthrough. The what comes next mystery: will the track win? What does this nomination unlock? Your video could hook your audience with that "why does this matter" question, and then walk them through the story, the sound, the nomination, and the implications. When viewers watch, they'll feel not just informed, but invested. There's something poetic about Bluest Flame's journey. From the studio to streaming playlists, from being co-written with Charli XCX to standing among Grammy nominees, it's a path of evolution, surprise, and validation. It's also a reminder: pop doesn't need to settle into formula. It can burn brighter, weirdlier, hotter. And when it does, the spotlight will follow. For Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco, this nomination is a milestone, not the final destination. But it's a signal: they're playing serious games now, and the Recording Academy is paying attention. So when your viewers hit play on your video, they're not just reading about a nomination, they're stepping into a slice of pop history. A track born from love, sweat, experimentation, and risk. A track that says, "We did this. Now the world, the stage, and the flame? Burning."